Look, if we place our finger at the point of centroid of this ball, then we can maintain this ball with our hand. Right, now let's see what is the centroid.
Assalamu alaikum. Today let's see how to find out the centroid of any object. Actually, what is the centroid of an object? At first, let's see what is the centroid. The centroid of a shape is its geometric center, or the point where it would perfectly balanced. Means it is a specific point here all the mass of the object will be merged on that point, and actually this is the average position of all points within the shape. Means if this is an object, there will be many points in many position, but at a specific position all the points will be merged, and it is called the average position, which will be counted as its geometric center. অর্থাৎ কোনো একটা বস্তুর যদি কোনো একটা নির্দিষ্ট পয়েন্টে তার সমস্ত ভর পুঞ্জীভূত থাকে, কিংবা ওই পয়েন্টে তার জিওমেট্রিক সেন্টার হিসেবে কাউন্ট করা হয়, তাহলে সেটাই হচ্ছে ওই বস্তুর সেন্ট্রয়েড। সাপোজ দিস ইজ আ অবজেক্ট হুইচ ইজ ইন রেক্ট্যাঙ্গুলার শেপ। ইফ উই ওয়ান্ট টু ফাইন্ড আউট দ্য সেন্ট্রয়েড অফ দিস অবজেক্ট, then let's see. Here it is not balancing. It is not equal balance in both sides, so the point is not its centroid, but at this point I can balance the scale very beautifully. Means in the both side it is balanced very perfectly, so I can call that all the mass of this object are centered at this point, and this is the centroid of this object. Similarly, every object has a specific point which is called the centroid of that object. Now let's see some formula for our regular shape objects to find the centroid. We will use this formula in our complex math. At first, let's see the rectangle. This is a rectangle shape object. Suppose if you imagine 3D, then it will be a rectangular shape object. And if we want to find out the centroid, as it is in regular shape, so suppose the height of this object is A and the width of the object is B. And for a rectangle, the centroid situated at the middle. Means we have to go x-axis b by 2, means half of the width and half of the height, means h by 2. So our x bar will be b by 2 and our y bar will be h by 2. And if we go in this direction, then we will find the point centroid of this rectangle. And the area of this rectangle is width into height. Now let's see the centroid of a triangle. This is a triangle, and this, if we measure this, then this is b and the height is h. Total height is h. But for a triangle, the centroid situated after 2/3 of this height, and if we measure it from lower part, then this will be 1/3 of the height, and it is the same in the width. Means it is the 1/3 of the width, and here remains 2/3 of the width. Means if we have to go x-axis into x-axis as b by 3 and y-axis as h by 3, and then we will find our centroid. So for this triangle, our x bar will be b by 3 and y bar will be h by 3. As we consider this point as our O, means our origin, and this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. And for this triangle, our area will be half into b into h. Now let's see the semicircle. Semicircle means half of the full circle. So if we consider the semicircle radius as r, then to find out the centroid of this semicircle, at first we have to go r distance in the x direction, and we have to go up in the y direction as 4r by 3 pi. This we have to memorize this, and this is obviously this has a proof, but as this is very complex, so I'm not showing you the proof. We have to remember this. So here we will go into x-axis is r distance, and into y-axis is 4r by 3 pi. 4r by 3 pi. And if we have to measure the distance that remains at the y-axis to the up, this will be r minus 4r by 3 pi. Why this? Because if we measure the total, this distance, this is r, because this is the radius, and we got this portion as 4r by 3 pi, so our remaining part will be r minus this part, then we'll got this distance. And the area of this semicircle will be pi r square by 2. As this is the half of the full circle, so area will be the half of full circle. And if we see the quarter circle, means 1/4 of the circle, then this will be 4r by 3 pi in the x-axis, and height also be 4r by 3 pi, means x bar equals to 4r by 3 pi, y bar also 4r by 3 pi. And as the total this term and this term will be our radius, which is r, then our both remaining part will be r minus this part and this part, and the area of this will be 1/4 of our full circle. And if we see the semi parabola, means half of our parabola, our full parabola will be look like this, and this is our half, means semi parabola. And if we consider this distance as a, so here, and height as h, then our x bar will be 3a by 8. This is the point centroid. This x distance will be 3a by 8. Y will be, this distance will be 3h by 5, and area will be 2ah divided by 3. We have to memorize these things, and these things are the basic shape to remember this formula for doing the complex math. And I will give you another sum formula in the last of the video.